There's a hidden cutscene right here. We just
My
stop
God.
and
It's like someone dropped a bomb.
huge.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
It was there from the get-go, but most people missed it. And even if you get that, you could later missed on subsequent playthroughs. This is just so small. Anyway, this is Kasumi Rina. We're playing Mass Effect. Welcome back to Mass Effect. This thing is glowing with some greenish force power.
Normandy,
thing.
the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate evac.
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't
Nerd!
doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Don't
Roger,
touch it!
Normandy. Standing by.
Please, keep your hands away from the thingy. Do not step back, you fucker! Oi! And spear! Shepard and a spear! In Suplex City! But can she capitalize on that?
No, don't touch it. It's too...
Hammer time! Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Hammer time! Alright. Why is it only 30 FPS? Oh, that was an FMV. And this is back to 120. You see only half of them. Big booty!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The
Mom!
Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was
Like
under
the-
the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the
That-
beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
No, Kyle! Don't do it! Mommy will not bring you tendies if you break the wall again! Ah! No! The roid rage of the neckbeard! What?
This human must be eliminated.
And the big booty booby mommy goth girl lady predates the vampire
Doctor?
Oh,
Dr. Chakwas. I
chick
think she's
from
waking up.
Resident Evil by more than a decade. 13 years? Right? Hello.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I think they put the camera like closer. Is it very awkward, like POV? Fish Islands or something? I remember this scene looked always bad. The hands had a bad low detail texture. And I think they put it less far away. So
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
it's not your fault, Caden. It's not.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
Arim sleep. I think whatever you choose, she tells the same story. So, no, they kept the same FOV, same angles, but just the lighting that's more bright and better. What do you call it? Textures, well, and models. So Shepard's neck looks less giraffe, if I can describe it like that. Look at this scene.
I saw. I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction. Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Yeah, fuck off. Two of you.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
What about the Pythia? The Oracle in Delphi? Did you ask her?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
So... what's with that... lady?
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Really? Did we need her? With that attitude?
I don't want her on my ship.
I'm the captain of this ship, Commander, and I want Williams on our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Well...
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Sound was like billiard ball cues when the next phrase clicked, and they forgot to put a convex normal map on the irises, which made them look natural and like deep in original game. So now they look not just dead, they look like painted over, so full sounds with like billiard ball eyes don't fit nicely.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way.
Look at that.
Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
And like, I'm calling him Mr. Potato Head because people said his head looks like a potato, and David Anderson looked good in original Mass Effect, even without mods. But now he looks like worse. He and Kelly are like the two main downgrades. Almost everyone else was improved. Caden looks kinda better in some ways, and Garth is definitely an upgrade.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I think whatever you choose, she says the same.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
I also seen a giant enemy crab. If this game is going to revive old memes from Jenkins, Leroy, to, like people were discussing how, I will destroy you no longer is there, and suddenly Gangnam Style, which was a thing that I forgot, and like everyone was like, "No, stop doing that. Mass Effect will resurrect what should have been asleep." There's nothing to report really. Let's try the middle option for once.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy.
You, sir, are a
This
blight.
attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
They're like as useless as the UN in real life.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
A lot of middle options here are the same as Paragon ones. And this area.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Nice to see you too, baby.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Wonder if we ask this, will the right option still stay?
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
Couldn't keep me out if you tried. Best way to explore the galaxy is behind a cannon.
Is that how you got here? I heard about the Skillian Blitz. I bet you had your pick of posts after that. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
And here she is. Very caked in makeup. Like, they just pasted her ME3 face to her Mass Effect 1 model. Was always doing this sexy Latina hip wiggle. And hammer. Stop. Hammer time.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain.
Ah,
There's a long
no.
list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Wait. English. I don't get it. Horrible is bad. Terrible is bad. But terrific is good. And horrific is still bad. Oh, my head! Now I have crippling mental, physical
I
insanity.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Get some soldiers talking in the... Are they sleeping in standing pods, or those are just resting like this? There should be a codex, no? Check to get a codex entry. At least I think there was. Yep, right past dash.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock. Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Really? What should I do?
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Don't let me with Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring Normandy into dock.
After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
Well, you don't sound glad for once.
Sounds like you're disappointed I survived.
I never want to see anything bad happen to a fellow Marine commander. Let's just leave it at that.
What? You have... You... She actually confessed she wanted me to die. I think I know who's living on Varmar. I think that's because I did not want to accept her first. Even though we didn't insult her or anything.
You have a problem with me, Chief?
You questioned my competence through the entire mission.
When? Literally just one time. I said that we'll see it with Alenko. That we don't need a third wheel. That's it. And I still took you, despite... I hope you like sand.
Best way to stop that is to show me you're competent. But I don't remember inviting you to come back to the ship with us.
You didn't. Captain Anderson did.
I think we got off on the wrong foot, Williams. Maybe we could start again.
I'm not one to hold a grudge. I think we're all looking to put Eden Prime behind us.
You're holding a grudge? After lashing out on me? After I saved your life? What a bitch.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
The mission failed. Caden helped.
Dead Marines, dead colonists. And in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
You saved a lot of lives, Commander. It might be hard to keep that in perspective with what happened to Jenkins.
Yeah. Keep sucking up to me. You're still probably staying on Vermeer.
Thanks, Williams. I needed to hear that. I think you're gonna fit in here just fine.
Thanks, Commander.
Briefly.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge.
Okay.
Yes, Commander?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
That's the typical conversation we would have in Mass Effect for a long, long time.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander.
Are you all in cahoots? Whatever. Damn it. Wait, you can actually go... just breathing so sensually after a jog. So yeah, I accidentally pressed a wrong button. I added cheat buttons and
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
that's a nice army when you have to buy your own equipment, eh?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
You should buy all licenses you come across. Their costs like very little, relatively even the most priciest ones. By the time you get to them, all items will be have a higher price.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Upgrades. I did not mark items as junk. They sure do have a lot of copies. Items I don't need. Just don't sell the Quarian armor because it's rare to get it that early, you know. And I think I raffled through this beach's locker. This now everything fits with colors. Except his pistol. And it's funny armor, but no.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
I remember I had the so let's just go finish this, wrap this up. I used the numpad keys for FOV tweaks previously, but now I need to bind item gain codes for unique armors and shit. But when I'm on the Normandy, it don't count, so.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Poor Leroy. Don't mind me, I'm just going around collecting codex. Is it just... The crew is so big here, it seems like